Good morning. PEI Pen Guy here with another little video. I was just going to show you something that I found rather interesting, and another one of my many interests in life. As someone who collects and uses fountain pens, I often love writing notes and cards and letters, and one of the things when I'm writing I consider is the stamp I put on it. It's a great opportunity to add just a little bit more color and uh, historical value to an envelope or that you're sending to a friend or a pen pal or something like that. And I get uh, something in the mail from Canada Post, and it's called Details, and it's just talks about the issues of stamps that are coming out within a certain period during the year. And this one really caught my eye and was quite interesting to me. And it's a stamp celebrating the Canadian jazz singer Eleanor Collins. It has to do with also it's a celebration of Black History Month. And Eleanor Collins is the first lady of Canadian jazz, as they say. And she's still with us at 102, which is a remarkable age and for a remarkable life. So the stories and the history she could tell you would be quite amazing. The little insert shows a picture of her today from last year, actually, December 21st at 102, and she still looks, as alert and spry and full of life as one could hope to be at that age. It's a remarkable achievement. And here's the first day cover. I should pick that up, but I haven't. It's a interesting hobby, stamp collecting, that has in many ways fallen out of fashion. And in my youth, I was an avid stamp collector as a kid, and kids these days don't really collect stamps, I know. But I went out today and I picked up a booklet of stamps because I am going to send out some notes and cards to some friends, and I always like to include an interesting stamp on it, and there it is. And it's a very interesting stamp. It's sort of done in a graphic style, the portraiture, reminiscent of, say, comic books or graphic styles from the 50s and 60s, or graphic novels today. And there you are. You have this beautiful photograph of her sitting there, and then you have a very nice stamp. And quite often these days, when you get an envelope, it just has a very generic stamp with the Queen on it or something like that they use. Or sometimes they don't even have a stamp on envelopes these days. They just have a pre-printed label they stick on, and that's a shame. I always think when you receive a letter, it'd be lovely to have a beautiful stamp on the envelope. And maybe if that Canada Post could do that, more people would be interested in collecting stamps again. One thing I do as a person who uses fountain pens a lot, I write in journals, of course, but I also like sending out cards and notes to people, and I have certain packages, of different cards that I like to use. These are some that I've just sort of accumulated over the years. These are some that were sent to me by an artist who I traded some stuff with at one time, different sort of anarchist cards from Europe, which are quite interesting. And then these are some postcards, which are from the local art gallery in Charlottetown here, that I picked up over the last while, and I'll probably like to use some of these. You don't often get postcards in the mail that often anymore. Most people send an email or a text if they're traveling. And I have different stationery, of course, that I've accumulated. These are some envelopes that I have, and this is a rather attractive Japanese paper, which is quite striking. Sometimes you get the Japanese really have fantastic stationery, and what I like about this is that you have this pattern on the back of the paper that you write your note on. It's lined, but when you fold it up, you take the envelope and you stick the card in the envelope, as I'm trying to do here, and doing a really poor job. It's hard to do this when you're looking through a camera. But when you insert the letter, you get this transparent window at the back, and you can see the pattern of cherry blossoms. And then you address the envelope on this side, and you fix your stamp here. And I think that's one of the more interesting pieces of stationery I've come across in the last little while. And luckily I can find these in different forms at our local bookstore in Charlottetown here. And anyway, I just thought I would take the opportunity to show you something that I found quite interesting and quite beautiful. The Eleanor Collins Black History Month commemorative stamp. And you know, if you're thinking of sending out letters to friends and family, take a little time, pick up a stamp that's interesting to you, that might be interesting to the person you're sending the stamp to, and it just adds a little bit more interest and art, actually. I think of them as small pieces of art. It's another way of introducing interest and art to somebody you care about or know, and it's just another little piece of making the day better. And I hope you are all having a nice day, and I thank you very much for watching the video. Thank you.